Hi, everybody. It's Lou Brown, and welcome. Are you ready for your first real estate deal? Hello. I'm Lou Brown, author of the book Doing Good While Doing Well. And hey, how real estate investors make a difference and help others. And that's exactly what this past week has been. We've had some great wins over the last couple of weeks. One was I got to go to Michigan and not only see my son and daughter-in-law, but also Janice and I got to see our newborn baby, grandbaby, 10 months old now. But we did see her earlier in the year. And hey, I not only have a couple of pictures of that, but I've got some other pictures I think you're going to be interested in as wins of the week that definitely you can enjoy. Now, what do I do? All right. So let me just bring up this fun stuff. Let's see here. How do I bring that up? Maybe it's like that. Scott, how's that looking on your side? All right. Looking good? All right.
It's looking good. You're on. Looks like you're on the beach.
Sleeping Bear Dunes National Park. Who knew that there was a Sleeping Bear Dunes National Park? But there is. It's up in Michigan, and we got to check out that place and got to see this wonderful, beautiful baby girl, Emily. She was just fantastic, and we spent some good time with them. She's a doll. She's just delightful. And of course, we got to enjoy the vineyards while we were there too, and test out some of the good stuff that were coming out of those beautiful vineyards. Man, it was just incredible. Got to see this lighthouse that's on the 45th parallel, halfway between the North Pole and the equator. How interesting. That was a real estate deal. I'll tell you, they offered the guy that had worked there for like 30 years, they offered him that lighthouse for $1, and he turned him down. He said he was sick and tired of that place. So he went into disrepair. Some people got it. They said it's worth well over $1 million now. Isn't that interesting that he turned down such a delightful place as that? We got to see Traverse City. It was terrific. And our daughter-in-law, Janessa, and got to see that beautiful Lake Michigan. Hey, same old thinking gets you the same old results. A new mindset gets you new results. And so the other win of the week was this past weekend. We ended our Millionaire Jumpstart in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. What a fantastic place. We had a great turnout of people from all over the country, California, New York, New Jersey, Florida. We had people from everywhere join us for this great live event. So even though we had people online, it was no big deal. We were there in the room together and having such a wonderful experience, no doubt about it. People from all ages, all walks of life. Our oldest was 83 that joined us there at the event. And we had young people too. And Raphael, one of our great caps in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. Hey, Albert Einstein says insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So we had people that were taking action while they were there. And man, we had so much excitement. You're just seeing a quick view on lots of candid shots that occurred while we were there at the event. We had some great VIPs that went to dinner with us. Kevin, lots of the team were there. Certified affordable housing providers were present to also help out with the event. Man, it was very, very exciting. We had Amy. She became a certified affordable housing provider. While she was there, she was recognized at the event. We had a lot of great folks that joined us, no doubt about it. And I didn't have a chance to pare down the slides, so I'm just showing you a lot of the event activity that did happen while we were there, and some amazing people, no doubt about it, that were able to join us at this great event. So if you haven't been to a Lou Brown event yet, you should definitely get there. If you've been to a Millionaire Jumpstart, we always invite you to come back, because you're going to pick up and hear things you've never heard before. There's no doubt about it. You're going to pick up new information, things that you just didn't think about. We always talk about today's environment, today's business, what's going on out there in the real world. And sure enough, we had a lot of people. Now, we recognized a lot of certified affordable housing providers while we were there. Yes, people treat this as continuing education. And sure enough, we had lots of folks. You can see them holding a very special certificate of acknowledgement and accomplishment that we provided to them as part of this event. So these were all CAPs that attended the event, in addition to the ones that became CAPs. We got to hear from them, and some great real estate deals too that they were sharing with the group that they've done since they joined us and become certified affordable housing providers. We got to go to an amazing restaurant at the top of Pittsburgh. Let me tell you, on the incline. What a terrific and beautiful city. If you haven't been to Pittsburgh, you got to get there sometime, because it was really an exciting event. We had our VIPs. We had a special dinner for our VIPs, and oh my, we just great experience with all of them. We had some guests that were just inspiring to everyone that was there. Certainly, we had some support, and our team was there to support and cause things to happen. If you haven't been to a Lou Brown event, you will find out that it is absolutely electric. There's a lot of cool things. And this is George and Glenn. And let me tell you something. They didn't want me to leave Pittsburgh until I got my own Myron Cope's terrible towel. So if you know what the terrible towel is, right? In football, that's for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So we had that great award, but they said, now, Lou, wait a minute. We're not done. We got some other goodies for you. So they actually gave me a Super Bowl champion hat that the Pittsburgh Steelers participated in. How cool was that? But they didn't stop there. They also gave me a Pittsburgh Steelers watch. How cool is that? So they said, no, we want you to understand Pittsburgh hospitality. We know about your Southern hospitality, but we want you to know about Pittsburgh hospitality. And they just took really good care of me, took me to a beautiful Italian restaurant for lunch. It was just amazing. We had such a great experience, and George and Glenn joined us as certified affordable housing provider candidates. In fact, we had a whole group of folks join us and become certified affordable housing provider candidates as well. Just an amazing, amazing group of folks from all over the country. I'm talking about New York, Florida, California, and all kinds of spaces in between, joined us to become certified affordable housing providers. If you're not sure what that is, you can go to certifiedaffordablehousingrovider.com. You can check out that website, and you'll be amazed at some of the great things that we do for our CAPs and that our CAPs do for their community. Doing good while doing well is what we are all about, and we know that when we do a good job getting our message to the market, that we have some amazing results, and we absolutely love what's happening out there in the world that's caused to be happened by our certified affordable housing providers. Really super people, and they're causing really great businesses to occur for themselves and their families as well. So nobody's too old, nobody's too young. Everybody has an opportunity to have a better life than the one you've got. And in fact, one of the things that we did also this week was, in fact, just this past Saturday was the Tucker Day 2021. One of the things I've been talking to you about on these trainings that I've been doing with you on the Facebook and YouTube Live is that, hey, you need to get connected with the community. And man, did we do that this past Saturday. We had just such an awesome event. There's a parade. They did an outstanding performance right in front of our booth. And, you know, just really super things that you can do when you get connected to your community. You can see this is our booth right over here to the left. It says Families in Homes. And in fact, I'm going to show you a picture of the booth in just a second. But I wanted you to see what happens when you get connected to the community. So we don't just talk to you about doing that. We do that as well. And leaders of the community absolutely appreciate everything that you're doing. They love it. And as a result of being right here on Main Street on Saturday, I got to spend some real quality time with the mayor of the city, got to spend time with all the candidates that are running for office in the city, got to find out who they are. And more importantly, they got to find out who we are and what we do. Got some excitement going. I've gotten some calls today from people that picked up from us great information. And, you know, during these opportunities where you're face-to-face live with people, you can talk to them about your membership program. And this is our Path to Home Ownership membership program, where we have a bronze, silver, gold, and platinum level. And we walk people through what that is. We've shown them deals that we've done in the past, pictures of properties that we filled, and properties that are currently available. No banks needed. I love this. I had no banks needed right in front of the bank. Right there is the PNC Bank, and we're out here on the street. Of course, the street had been closed down for the festival, and take a look at that. No banks needed right in front of the bank. I just love that. And what we do and who we are is in full display at the booth there at the Tucker Day. So know that you can, even where you position yourself with your booth, you can actually get some extra real estate, which is what we do. We staked out this spot 5 years ago, and they always save this spot right on the corner of Main and First Street in Tucker. So you couldn't be at a better spot. And then on the back side of our booth facing the bank, we had our mission statement, so people walking down that sidewalk would be able to see it. You can see what we show there. We've got the visitors log. We gather all the leads. And let me tell you something. What happened is one of the most interesting things, right? What happened was we were able to pick up not one, but 3 solid leads. One left the event, went downtown Atlanta, at least a half an hour away, looked at a house, told us he was interested, came back to the event, actually, and then went back on Sunday and said, yeah, definitely, he wanted to go ahead and get an application. We sent him an application by DocuSign. He's filled it out. Listen, not wasting time, taking advantage of the opportunity. That is exactly what we love, is action takers. And we had 2 other people go visit another property that we've just gotten. So it's really exciting when you're able to show who you are and what you do in your community, and imagine the lives that you're changing. So hopefully this will give you some inspiration when you become a certified affordable housing provider, or if you already are one, definitely find out. You can go to festivals.com and find out about festivals that are coming up in your local market. And you can see it gets quite busy when we're at these booths. You've got hundreds of people walking by. Ron helped us out there at the event as well. We had the team, baby, and we're the We Buy Houses guys. No doubt about it. But we're also the Path to Home Ownership guys and the certified affordable housing providers. So getting our message out there and giving those brochures out is what it's all about. So I just wanted you to have an opportunity to learn a little bit more about what we do when we connect with the community. And like I say, in fact, what the mayor did is he took me to another booth that is a nonprofit organization that actually helps people that are in distress and helps them to get out and move on with their lives. And, he and I had a great conversation. And I said, a lot of these people that are actually living in these extended living facilities, they're paying $2,100 a month. I mean, our payments, our rent is so significantly less than that if we can just help people get out of those facilities. And I was talking to him about sponsorships and how nonprofits and foundations right there in the Tucker area actually could become sponsors for people in putting up their option fee or their down payment. And he was very intrigued by that idea. So there's definitely some things that you can do to cause some things to happen in your community. And I just wanted to give you some inspiration to let you know we had one of our quarterly vacations in the last 2 weeks, quarterly vacation. We had a 3-day event where a lot of lives were changed there. And then this past Saturday, we changed a lot of other people's lives, just letting them know who we are and what we do in our local community. So you can have your cake and eat it too. You can have everything that you want. Want to help you get out of that job working for somebody else. And you might be joining me today to learn more about real estate. So I'm going to cover that in the next segment. All right. So, let's see here. I just took my notes down. All right. So we're going to talk about, let's see here. Let me move up. And today's topic is the overview of the 10 steps to buy your first big real estate deal. So the overview of what to do and how to do it. And in fact, when I was looking at the 10 steps I had there, I said, this could actually be a series that I can do over the next 10 weeks, because there's so many good things that I wanted to say about each one of the different topics that it just didn't make sense for me to just give you that list and say, good luck with that list, but actually to delve deeper into each one of those things. So the first one is about commitment. Scott, do you have a slide for me there?
I do, Lou. And if you can take a step to your right, you won't get disappeared by it.
There we go. All right. So I've got for you the word commitment. Commitment, right? And that's a noun, and it's the act of committing, the state of being committed, the act of committing, pledging, or engaging oneself. A pledge or promise, obligation. We have made a commitment to pay our bills on time. Dedication, allegiance. They have a sincere commitment to their country. So those are some examples of the word commitment used in a sentence. And what I encourage you to do in being successful in real estate is to embrace that word, embrace that way of being, and that's called commitment. When you can actually, in your soul, in your DNA, in your cellular structure, own that you are committed to your outcome. So anytime there's doubt, anytime you are concerned or fearful about the future and about it not working out, well, guess what you are attracting? You are attracting the word failure. And the last thing that interests me is the word failure. We do not want to be a failure at anything we do. And so when you make the commitment to have something happen, then true movement occurs. And what I like to say is alignment, literally alignment with the universe, right? Alignment with the universe occurs. Why? Because you are clear about what you want. You're clear about the outcome that you're looking for. And so the first thing that's needed in you being a success in real estate is to simply commit and know that no matter what, and no matter how long it takes, that you're committed to the outcome. Some people do take longer than others, and I will tell you there's only one reason, and that is fear. When you are uncomfortable that you don't have all the knowledge necessary, or you're not comfortable that you have the support necessary to help you be a success, then what happens is that little retreat, that big doubt, you may call it a small doubt, but who is in control? It's your subconscious that's in control. So if you've got that little screaming Mimi going on in your ears telling you this is not going to work out and you're wasting your time and you're wasting your money, well, what's happening is that's feeding the outcome. So I want you to get rid of those fears, get rid of those concerns, get rid of that lack of support. You doubt that the support is there. Well, we've supported many people in becoming multi-millionaires in this business. In fact, I talked about it on another of our wins of the week when I was talking about inducting 7 new people into our Millionaires Club. And I'm not talking about 1 millionaires. They literally are multi-millionaires, having started with me with ground zero, no real estate, and now they are multi-millionaires in this business. So that's my hobby. My hobby is making millionaires, and I love it. I love paying it forward. We've been so blessed in this business. It has been an absolute joy, pleasure, and exciting journey to create this opportunity called Certified Affordable Housing Provider. And we have so many of our licensees that have helped us to build that brand and have been a part of creating the offering that we have in the marketplace called the Path to Home Ownership. So we're so excited that you have the opportunity for that to occur, and for the second thing to happen, that millionaires occur. So when you are clear that that's possible and you embrace that it can happen for you, then you are truly committed to the outcome. You're not going anywhere. You put the blinders on. It occurs for you because of one word, and that is commitment. So congratulations. Grab onto that first step, embrace that, and I look forward to seeing you at the top. Now, in our next segment, we're going to be doing questions. And definitely, if you have any questions at all, that's what we do these sessions for. Your Facebook, YouTube Live that we do every Tuesday afternoon at 5:05. So if you have any questions at all, you have the opportunity to ask it here. We also have an opportunity for our licensees that own the House Monster or the Whole Enchilada Junior or any of our systems. They join us on Sunday nights, and then we do about an hour and a half session on our Sunday nights that we answer questions and go deeper into aspects of the training. So if you are not yet an owner of any of our systems, we would love to invite you to join us on those Sunday night calls because we can definitely support you on that. And you're always welcome to call our 800 number, 1-800-578-8580. Scott, do you have any questions for me?
Hey, Lou. Yeah, we've got one question. It's from Mary. She's actually in Pittsburgh. I don't
Yay!
know if she was at your Millionaire Jumpstart or not. And her question was, uh, what do you do when you commit to something, but it just isn't working and you get very frustrated?
Ah, what do you do when you commit to something and it's not working? Well, I want you to revisit, what are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself that this is going to work out? Are you telling yourself this might not work out, or this is not working out? Well, I will promise you that when you make the right commitment. So, for example, one of the things that I've seen people do now, I used to watch TV a lot. I used to let it absorb a lot of my time. Other people are very committed to their Facebook, and they're very committed to their Instagram, and they're very committed to a lot of things that are going on that have absolutely nothing to do with helping them advance their future. So be careful about the commitments that you've already made. So one of the things that I know is a terrific distraction is that thing called television. In fact, they tell you exactly what it is. It's vision. And guess what? It's not your vision. It's someone else's vision that they want to tell you. And they even do it through something called a program. Have you ever noticed that they actually call it what it is? It's program, and it's programming. So they are programming you through a television. Well, what the heck do you need their vision for? You've got your own vision. You need to make your own commitments. Cut off that boob tube. Get rid of it. Give the machines, the equipment back to the nice people at the Dish Direct or cable company, and tell them you don't need that. Why? Because you've got other things to do with your time. You see, we all, Mary, have the same 24 hours. We all have the same 24 hours. And I have become so committed to one part of what I say to everyone at every one of my events is that it's all available for who? All of us. It's all available for who? All of us. So when you make the right commitment, you will definitely get the outcome that you're looking for. So think to yourself, what do I want? And then open up the time for that to actually occur. What else do you need to be doing to cause that to occur? Now that, my friend, is when you take your time and you make the proper commitment to the outcome that you're looking for. Thanks, Mary, for that question.
Yeah, that was brilliant, Lou. And you remind me of the glass of water, and it's full right to the top. And now I want to do something new, but I can't because the water is full. So you have to empty it and then make time for the things that are really important. And I think a lot of times people don't spend a couple hours on January 1st thinking like, what do I want to accomplish in this next year? And what am I willing to give up to accomplish it?
That's a beautiful thing, Scott. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, it's what are you willing to cause in your life to happen in order for something else to happen. And the saying that it does not occur naturally, right? One of my favorite sayings, it does not occur naturally. You have to cause it to occur. So it's your involvement in causing it to occur that actually creates the opportunity.
So this sort of ties into a question Erica had, which is when is your next event, Lou? But I want to tie it into commitment. If you're committed to a successful real estate business, investing in real estate, Lou, what should people do?
Well, today we're actually talking about number one of a 10-part series, and commitment is definitely to get education as well. So learning this business does require some tools, training, technology, and team. Those are my 4 T's of success. And one of the great things is that you've got the opportunity to learn that in a one-day training that I'm doing on September the 18th, 1 day, for $1. Can you believe it? 1 day for $1 with Lou. And it's wealthbuilderworkshop.online. Wealthbuilderworkshop.online. It is a terrific event. I will, if I do say so myself, I give a lot of information out there. No doubt you will come away with some brilliant steps to take in your business. And no doubt that you'll get some great value, because I'm going to give you some downloads in advance of the event as well that you'll print out at home. Now, this is all online. You don't have to get on a planes, trains, and automobiles to come see me. We're going to be together like I'm in your living room. And I do want you to be prepared to have that camera on so we can talk to each other. We can see each other. It's so much more interesting when I can actually see everybody that's attending and be able to connect in real time with you and have a conversation. So we do this from 10 o'clock a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. plus another hour bonus session that we do after that. That's a happy hour that we call it, but definitely you have an opportunity to learn a lot. Now, these are Eastern times, 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern to 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So if you're on the West Coast, you'll still have the afternoon. If you're on the East Coast, I've given you the morning before we get started. But hey, let's get hunkered down. Try to be there the entire event, because I give nonstop information from beginning to the very end. Now, I'm going to be talking about how to find your buyer before you even buy. So you're not going to be taking any risk in this business, particularly if you're just getting started. You might have that fear that might be stopping you, that might be interrupting your commitment to the business. And just know that as a result of having that customer already in advance. So I'm going to be teaching you how to market for that customer, how to screen that customer, what you're looking for with that customer, a lot of steps in that process, and the marketing to get that customer in the first place. And then we're going to be talking in the afternoon about trusts, land trusts and personal property trusts, something that most people don't know anything about. It's almost 100% new information. You know, many times you're coming to an event, you've got information, you expect to maybe get, if you're lucky, 10% more on top of what you already know. Well, when we get to trust, it's like 100% new information for many of you. So definitely you want to attend the trust session. So just get on board. Go ahead and get registered at wealthbuilderworkshop.online. I'm charging a whole $1 for you to be there the whole day. So you got nothing to lose. Goodness, if I'm not worth $1, I'm not worth anything, right? So I promise you that it's $1,000. Look, good education, I mean, solidly good education is worth about $1,000 a day. And so imagine that you're getting that for just $1. I am going to be giving myself my information very solidly for you so that you have something to advance your business. I expect you to have some great takeaways when you come away from the event. So wealthbuilderworkshop.online. I hope to see you there.
Beautiful. So Lou, we're gonna wrap it all up, and we've covered everybody's questions. And I wanted to ask you if you and you're not prepared for this, so I apologize, but do you have a story, someone that worked with you, one of your students who showed a tremendous amount of commitment and got success because of it?
You know, some of my favorite stories, Scott, are people that really were making a very hard decision. In other words, it wasn't just, a little bit of a commitment because they had plenty of money otherwise, but like they were down to their last dollar, so to speak, and they still made a decision. They made a commitment. But those folks have a very special place in my heart because they didn't have any place to go. I mean, it's sort of like burning the bridges behind you. You're not going backwards. You're not going backwards because you can't afford to go backwards. There is no place called backwards. You literally have to go forward. You don't have any choices. When you kind of enter the game with that in mind, you have a lot more success. So I definitely have stories, many stories like that. I've got like a foster mother with 5 children that joined me. And in fact, I've got a lot of foster mothers now that I think about it, because that just really clicked in my head that I've got not one foster mother with 5 children. I've got 3 foster mothers with 5 children that have joined my program. And they were great examples of that, that they really didn't have the funds to get on board, but they did anyway. And all 3 of them are still with me. All 3 of them have now multi-million-dollar businesses. So I'm very proud of them. In fact, I give my book from time to time, but you guys can go to Doing Good Book, get doinggoodbook.com. You can actually get a download of the Doing Good While Doing Well book, and you'll see a couple of those mothers actually in this book. So thanks for the question, Scott.
Awesome, Lou. So any last words before we sign off today?
Well, I just love that you joined me today, and I love that you got lesson number 1 on becoming a real estate investor is making a commitment. I hope I also reminded some old-time real estate investors of the same thing, that sometimes we have to recommit to what we're up to, recommit to the steps that it takes to cause that to happen. So hopefully I've given you some inspiration today. That's what I'm here for sure. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Yeah, baby.